Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, YemmytheFerret here with another episode of YemmyCast, a video game podcast on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the weekend episode, which is Sunday, the 18th of August. And we're here, we're going to talk about two bigger news stories that happened over the weekend here, or the weekdays and into the weekend. So we have Anthem news and Fortnite news. So if you want to stick around for that. I should be going over that pretty soon. But first, we always got to talk about some comic book pickups. That's right, comic book shop pickups, I should say. We got a special thing for Yu-Gi-Oh!, which I'm showing off in a future episode of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. But I went to the comic book shop and I picked up some fun things. I also went to GameStop and got something. So I'll be showing off those things too. So let's start with our pal Psyduck. I decided to pick up the Psyduck plushie. This is an older one. He doesn't have like a voice box in him or anything like that. Just a plushie, Psyduck official plushie. Not too bad. I like Psyduck. You know, Psyduck's my favorite Pokemon, and I just thought I might as well pick him up. So you'll probably see him in the background somewhere eventually. But yeah, the Detective Pikachu ones actually comes with a voice box in it, and it was like $10 more. And I was like, you know what? I'll just go with the regular one because, to be honest with you, I don't care. I don't care about a voice box. I like Psyduck. So I got Psyduck, and he's kind of holding his head because he has a massive headache. So that's that. And then I also picked up from GameStop a Crash Bandicoot TNT box. I already took it out of its packaging, but here's the packaging. It just looks like a Crash Bandicoot background, and then it shows off the box there. It was only $15, and it was actually in the bargain bin, so I used my Power Up Rewards Pro membership to get some more stuff off it. It's a TNT light. It just looks like a regular Crash Bandicoot TNT light, but if you pop on it, it makes the blow-up sound. So it's just a light. It's a little light there. And to turn it off, you just pop it again. I just thought it was cool, funny. And I was talking about how I wish they would put out these kind of things. And what do you know? Here it is. I don't think they have a Nitro one, but they do have the TNT one. So if you want to, you can pick that up at GameStop. Fun times. I mean, it's really cool. It's really cool. The only downside is it takes 3 AAA batteries. So, you know, if you have those, good. But if you don't, you're going to be spending a little bit of a moolah. Alright, let's talk about our Anthem news for today. Seeing as Anthem has had such a rocky road, and it seems to not be getting better. I talked about it, I think probably about a month ago. Anthem, a lot of the developers working on Anthem were moving over to the Dragon's Age game, and now it seems like after their launch of Cataclysm didn't go very well, the lead producer has left BioWare. So he's been with the company for about 7 or 8 years, which, I mean, he's been around since the Mass Effect series, and this is actually a big oof. It's a big oof. So the lead producer, Ben Irving, he's appeared in many of the Anthem live streams over the last 9 months. He's also revealed that he's leaving BioWare after 8 years with the developer. Irving has basically been the spokesperson for Anthem since it launched. He appeared at EA's E3 show to talk about the game's future. So now, I mean, where does Anthem stand now? The lead director left. He's not even with the company anymore, so it's not like he's going over to work with on Dragon Age. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen now? He's been one of the big people with BioWare for a long time, and now he just got up and left. He said, "I'm done. See ya." So yeah, a large part of BioWare's workforce is now working on Dragon's Age, and with Irving's departure, it's difficult to see where Anthem is going to go. You know, looking forward, they probably just have a small team keeping the game working, updating the game every so often, but I don't think we're going to be getting any more major updates or anything like that with the game, simply because there's not enough people to work on it anymore. So, in a statement, Irving came out and said, I will forever be grateful to all the people who gave me the chance to work on great projects with amazing people. I believe Anthem has a bright future. There is a great team working on it, and I look forward to following its progress and playing it from the sidelines. So, even though he's left the company, he's still saying good things about the game. Which, I mean, I guess that's to be expected because he put his name on the game for so long, and he's been talking about it for so long, but let's be real here for a second. The game's going nowhere. The latest update was a failure, and to a lot of people, it was just not worth it. And anyone who thought it was worth it, there's a small amount of people still playing the game. Just everything about the game has pretty much gone downhill since its release in February. There's really been nothing positive coming out of Anthem. The only things that we've been hearing about is negative things, like people leaving the company, people getting taken off the game's development, loot drops and stuff like that being abysmal, and they're getting worse with updates. Questions about how your armor and stats actually work. Just basic UI of the game. Lackluster open world areas where you're first person and just talking for hours to people. This didn't seem like a BioWare game. This felt like a basic outline of a game, and they were still working on it. You know, it's like, it's very strange. It's very strange. I have not played Anthem in a while, not since I last talked about it in depth, and I actually sold it not too long ago to make way for future games and just to kind of get it off my shelf, and I'm not going to play it again. Like, I came to the realization that I'm not going to play Anthem again, so why have it on my shelf? It's just not a game that's worth it. The main story gets dragged down by tedious tasks and repetitive gameplay, and there's not much going for the game other than the combat and the mech suits and stuff like that. Other than that, the game is just boring, and it's not really worth the price tag. Will Anthem become free to play eventually? Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Pull it into free to play, and people will be like, "Oh, you know what? This actually is a pretty good free to play game." But for a full price game, nah, not the best. So yeah, Ben Irving, he hasn't said what he's going to do next, but we do know that he's left the company, and he's probably going to get put onto another project, and or he's going to start his own development studio again. That seems to be the trend with a lot of developers who get taken over by EA or Activision or something like that. Some of the lead people go away, and they go, you know what? Let's start a new one with with hookers and but yeah, sad news, but also maybe this is better news because now he can go on without the chains of EA, or he's just going to retire. Either one, who knows. And then in Fortnite news today, Epic Games has pulled a Fortnite Dog from sale after player backlash, and compensation is being provided. So, in a bizarre series of events, Fortnite developer Epic Games has backpedaled on its decision to sell the Gunner pet cosmetic item in the game. The item is a dog sitting in a backpack with a sleeping bag and a dog bowl underneath him, and there's a pin on it as well. He has a bandana on, and he has what it kind of looks like a mask on. He kind of has a mask on, and the bandana has a skull with wings on the front of it in white. So why is this getting so much traction? Is it because the dog shoots? Is it because people can shoot the dog? Actually, it's because the item that arrived in the game's shop the other day, people were quick to notice that it looked very similar to an item previously released as part of the game's Season 6 Battle Pass. The Reddit user Phantom Racer 32 showed images of side-by-side comparisons of the new item and the reskinned item. So the old item was the dog with the bandana, with everything looking the same, except he doesn't have a symbol on his bandana, and he doesn't have like a mask on over his face. But the expression, the basic outline, practically the color of the dog is all practically the same. The old dog was called Bonesy. This dog is called Gunner. So Epic Games has always promised to not sell Battle Pass exclusive items in the game store. Players shell out their virtual V-Bucks in-game for each season pass, with the exception that the items they receive in return are exclusively tied to the deal. It's easy to understand why fans would be upset that one of their exclusive and paid-for goodies has been remodeled and thrown on the store for everyone to buy. So it didn't take long for Epic Games to realize their mistake, and they pretty much hours later went onto social media and said, "We should not have released the Gunner pet and apologize for doing so. Within the next couple of days, all purchases of Gunner will be refunded for a full amount of 1,000 V-Bucks, as well as an additional 200 V-Bucks, and the pet will be removed from the locker. Anyone who purchased Gunner and refunds it prior to this make good will instead receive 200 V-Bucks and a replacement refund token that can be put towards any eligible items that were purchased within the last 30 days. So it's kind of odd that they even would try and do something like this, especially with so many fans being diehard fans. And I don't think Season 6 was that long ago. Like, people wouldn't forget about that. And even if people did, if they go into their items, they go, I have that dog. Why are they selling this dog again? I think it's good that they went out and they said, we're sorry. So it is nice that they are giving out more V-Bucks than what people would spend for it. And they're also giving people who already refunded it a token for maybe something else to purchase or something like that. Fortnite, it's a game. I think that this was more of just like an oopsie doopsie. This wasn't an oof. This was just an oopsie doopsie. I'm not going to use the "you suck" button on Fortnite for this one because it seems like it was just an oversight. I think this was just an oversight from the developer. They were like, oh, we can do something different with this dog. It's different enough, but obviously it wasn't different enough for the fans. So anyone who purchased it, you are going to be refunded pretty soon, it seems. This article is already about 3 days old, so you should already be getting your money. It's just it might have damaged their reputation a little bit. A lot of damage. But I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. I think that this is just going to be a little bump in the pavement, to be honest. But yeah, what do you guys think? Was this totally unfair of Fortnite to even try and do, Epic Games to even try and do? With their new initiative to not put loot boxes inside of Rocket League, we're wondering if that's going to shift and move over to Fortnite. I haven't played it in a long time, so I'm not sure if there are even loot boxes in the game. If there aren't, let me know and make sure you call me a you stupid noob. A stupid noob. But I do appreciate what they've done here. They've given you back more money, etc., etc. Now, will they stop stealing moves from YouTubers and content creators? Well, I guess only time will tell with that one. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Medal of Honor Airborne. Medal of Honor Airborne is a game we recently completed on live stream. Now we are starting, actually today that I'm recording this, we started Ed, Edd, and Eddy, the Miss Ed Ventures, which I'll probably talk about once that's done. This is my first time playing through the game again after years and years, so it's going to be a fun time. Today, I don't know, I just didn't really feel it, like, I love the game, like, the game's fine, I just was, I don't know, maybe I just stayed up too late last night playing Clone Hero, but I just felt a little bit drained today, so I didn't stream for as long as I wanted to, plus this day is a huge day. I got oil changes, parties, moving concrete bags. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm really ready to do that, woohoo. But yeah, I just didn't I didn't feel it, so I kind of ended the stream a little bit early today. But sometimes you just gotta do that kind of stuff. If you're starting to feel drained, just be like, okay, we did the bare minimum today. Time to move on to the next thing. But I will be back on Monday with that game, and hopefully I'll have a good night's sleep and come back and do that. But we're gonna talk about Medal of Honor Airborne. Medal of Honor Airborne is an EA game. It was made in, 2009, I think? 2007. Okay, it was made in 2007. And it was one of the last Medal of Honor games to be in World War II. It's a very short game, but has a really cool stylized way that it does everything. Is it worth buying this, this day and age? Yeah, it's actually not too bad of a game. It just, some of the level design in here is very dated. They were trying a lot of new things with this game that didn't quite work out for a lot of it. But I did like the idea of when you start a level, you automatically paratroop in, which is, of course, the airborne role in this game. So this kind of follows. Let's see. It goes from Operation. What was the one that was Italy? I forget what the. It starts with the first airborne drops in Italy and goes to the Market Garden, and then they kind of make up some things for the last two levels. It's a very interesting game, and a lot of levels start off the same way. You're in the airplane, and it gets shot at, and someone dies. That's pretty much it. But once you jump out, the levels are very open, and they give you the ability to kind of do the objectives in the order that you want to until maybe the second part of the game. This also causes some problems because like levels like the second to last level, which is the tank factory, or the final level, which is the giant German bunker, which is on the back of the box. Those levels, like, they're multi-tiered, so the objectives, they all are on the screen. So there's like 8, 9 stars on the screen, and some of them are faded, some of them you can actually see, but that really confused the hell out of me. Like, there's half tracks all the way on the bottom floor of this bunker, and that's like 7 or 8 floors down. So if you land on the top of the bunker and you work your way down, there's a lot of backtracking you have to do because the main mission starts up again, and you have to go to the middle level, and then you have to go to the basement, and then it's crazy. I think that they could have done the level design a little bit better for at least the last level. The second to last level, the tank factory, isn't too bad. It was just a little bit more annoying than anything else. So it's probably my least favorite out of all of them. In terms of Medal of Honor games, it's not as good as European Assault, or maybe not even as good as Vanguard, but I'm going to be replaying that one soon to make sure what's up with that one. But it's definitely better than like a Frontline or Rising Sun or something like that, even though those games are great in their own aspects. But this game has a lot of cool things going on for it, like you can do like these secret paratroop drops. They're called skill drops, and essentially there's a parachute that's already been deployed. It's kind of laying on something or laying out of something, and you have to try and angle yourself and get yourself into that position and land it so that you can you can continue the level. Sometimes these skill drops are very difficult. Sometimes they put you in a bad area. Sometimes they put you in a great area. It's all up in the air. The guns in the game are really well done. The only thing that kind of stinks is some of the weapons, when you level them up, they give you dumb attachments. So through the game, you have 3 different levels for your weapons. You start with a base gun, and then you get a upgrade when you kill enough enemies, and headshots give you extra damage, or not extra damage, but extra skill points. Once you level it all the way up, you'll have 3 new attachments on your gun. So let's go with the Gewer. So the Gewer, the first upgrade you get is an extended mag. It extends it up to 20 ammo. 20 bullets. The next one is a scope. So it gives you a sniper-like ability with the Gewer. And I don't think you can take it off of the Gewer. With the STG, you can take it off, but with the Gewer, you can't. The final thing on the Gewer is a grenade launcher. Okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. You might be thinking, well, the M1 Garand has the same kind of layout. You start off by getting, not an extended mag, but you get more steady aim, better iron sights, and then you get a grenade launcher. The Springfield. You get a clip-fed bolt action rifle. Then you get a improved accuracy, and then you get a grenade launcher. The car, you get clip-fed thing. You get a scope, and then you get a grenade launcher. It just doesn't make sense to me why 3, 4 weapons all have grenade launcher abilities. It's really annoying. Some weapons you have to pick up in the game at a special location, like there's another pistol in the game besides from the Colt that you can pick up that's in one special location. The bazooka and Panzerschreck also are special weapons you can only pick up during the levels. The shotgun you have to find during a level. The bar is also another gun you have to find during a level as well, and those guns you cannot pick them up unless you actually find them on a table. Then after that you can equip them whenever you want. At the start of the level you get to choose what weapons. You can choose German and American weapons, and you can choose your pistol and your grenades, etc., etc. Grenades, pistols, and stuff like that, they all level up as well, and they give you more damage and more fragmentation on grenades and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting concept. I just think that the game needed a little bit more polish around the edges. I think it needed more levels, to be honest with you. And I also think it needed a little bit better of a level design in terms of the last like 2 missions, because they're all the freaking objectives are just plopped on top of you, and you have to go, okay, maybe I have to go here, maybe I have to. It's very strange to me. All in all, I enjoyed my time with the game. It's not like it's a bad game. I would recommend picking it up if you can find it at a used store or something like that. It's out for Xbox 360, PS2, PS3, and I think that's it for this one. I know the Wii got special versions of this game. They were called Medal of Honor Heroes. There was Medal of Honor Heroes 1 and 2, and they kind of implemented things that were in this game, like parachuting and stuff like that, but those ones did not make it onto the other consoles. The other consoles got Vanguard, which didn't come out for the newer consoles, but it came out for the older consoles around the same time as this one. So it's going to be interesting going forward with the Medal of Honor series. After this game, it pretty much was a hiatus for Medal of Honor until the modern stuff came out. And then after the 2 modern games came out, they decided to shelf the property. So I'm kind of hoping that Medal of Honor comes back in its old form, not its newer form. I think that the old form has a lot of charm to it, and I think that the games still hold up to this day. I just, who knows if it will actually happen or not. But these Medal of Honor games kind of defined my childhood, along with Call of Duty and 3D platformers and stuff like that. So, I always have a soft spot for them. But for Medal of Honor games that I haven't played in years, or maybe I don't remember, it's good to get back to them, rethink them as an adult, and see how they are. The game goes a little bit crazy with some things, but I think all in all, it's pretty good. The online doesn't work anymore, of course, but the main campaign is still pretty good. Was it enough to be full price in the back in the day? No, I don't think so. But is it enough is $10 good enough to buy it now? Yeah, I would say so. For a short little experience, you can replay the levels as many times as you want and try and upgrade your weapons. The other thing I want to mention is the checkpoints are far and in between. So you only get a checkpoint when you finish an objective, but those objectives are so spaced out that you can fight your whole way to the objective and not get a checkpoint and then die, and then you have to run, you literally have to parachute back in and try and run to the objective again, doing everything you want to do. You lose all your XP for the weapons you earned, grenades, stuff like that, so you have to kind of re-earn the stuff. And the annoying thing is, sometimes when you do that kind of stuff, you die, and you have to reattach your attachment. Sometimes it's just like the checkpoint happened before one more kill until you get the upgrade. So you kill one person with the weapon, it slows down time, you put the attachment on, then you continue fighting. If you have to do that a few times, it gets really, really annoying. It really, really does. Other than that, not a terrible game, I guess I would say, but not a good one either. Okay, so let's open up another Yu-Gi-Oh pack. So we're opening up a new fresh booster pack. We have a new 4 in here. We're still opening up the Scars of Battle, trying to find that Barrel Dragon. New episode of Yu-Gi-Oh comes out on Thursday, and Fridays, every other Friday that isn't a Player 2 and Yemmy Power Hour. So if you want to, you can check those out. I am changing the style of it, so it's not just like this. It's gonna have something else to it. So I'm just teasing it right now. I don't want to give it away or anything like that. Give it away now. So yeah, we're looking for the Barrel Dragon in these packs. It's been a little bit elusive to us, but I think we can get it this time. We're still looking for the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in the Arena of Lost Souls. So I've taken a hiatus from those cards because I'm a little bit annoyed by them now. All right, so we have an Infernity Dwarf, a little bit hard to see. We have a Launcher Spider, Whale Fortress, and on the end is a Screech. Nothing good there. I already have these cards in bulk. But we'll keep trying for that Barrel Dragon. It almost seems like it's being so elusive to us because it doesn't like us. I know, bad joke. Anyways, that's going to do it for the weekend episode. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's the start of a new week, guys, so hang in there, work, whatever you do in school. If you want to, you can check out the latest edited video that I did with Tim Rules edited the video, but I did it with Greedy Waffle. We recorded the video. It's Golf with Your Friends. It's a very good video. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's probably my favorite video that I've put it out since starting the podcast. If you want to, make sure you check that out. It's on my channel, and you can check it out now. It's called Cooking Up Golf with Friends. funny moments. So if you want to, make sure you check that out. I recommend checking it out. After you finish this podcast, go over and check that out on the YouTube channel, YemmytheFerret. All right, well, that's going to be it. Next episode of the podcast will be Wednesday, and we'll be talking about all the other news we didn't cover throughout the weekend and the week. So make sure you check out, join me for that. That's on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. These episodes, thank you for coming to the premiere, which is Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Sunday episodes are usually a lot shorter. We have guests on usually on Sundays. Next Sunday, we're having Maz Tech Gaming on. So if you want to hear about Mixer and Fallout and the future of Bethesda, well, that's all the things we're going to be talking about next week. So make sure you come by for that. Should be a pretty sick time. Other than that, you know my schedule. I don't have to keep repeating it to you. I am YemmytheFerret, and this has been YemmyCast, a video game podcast.